This is how I'm feeling right now. Alright, I've been MIA for a couple days now. Juliet has developed a stutter. It started on Saturday and she's just been like getting progressively worse. So if you notice that in the videos, that's what's going on. I had her in the hospital for a CAT scan and everything came back normal. So right now we're just gonna deal with it and follow up with a neurologist. Anyway, I am on my way to see Sue. We're gonna go picking today. It's just a picking kind of day. It's a gorgeous day out. And we're gonna have a fun day because we've spent the last 2 days in hospitals. So, you ready for this, sis? She's ready for this. After her nap, she'll be ready. There's a smile. All right, we're here in Abbottstown, Pennsylvania, the antiques capital of the world. Self-proclaimed, by the way. And we stopped at, this is our second antique shop. There was one across the street and it was closed. And then I saw this one and I was, let's go check that out. So we're gonna check this place out, see what we can find, see if we're gonna stick around or just jump back in the car and continue on our journey. So let's see. Okay, I guess antiques capital of the world means that you can charge insane amounts for antiques. This right here is a little tool caddy that we see at Bedford Antiques for $25 all the time. Do you see the price on this thing? It's okay, sis. $695 for that? We're gonna get out of here. So we hightail it right out of there. $695 for a tool caddy. You've got to be insane to ask that much now. We can find those at Bedford Antiques all the time for $25. Now if I could buy the $25 ones and put them in this antique shop for $695, I'd be making a killing. But we're gonna continue on our way. We're actually heading to Hanover and decided to stop through here because it is the antiques capital of the world. But I think we're just gonna follow the road down onto Hanover. We're going to Yesteryear Antiques. I've never been there before, but it's 26,000 square feet of antiques. So hopefully they're not outrageously priced. We shall see. We're stopping for lunch at the Atland House. It's a brewery, a tavern, and an inn. So hopefully they're all right with little kids. Oh, we'll see.
Here you go. Sweetheart, I'm going to give you this spoon.
Watching the traffic.
Yeah.
Oh, in the ketchup. Uh-oh, Sissy. Oh. I know, can you get it? Ketchup egg? We stopped at a yard sale. You got your kids' toys here. This is Imaginext right here. This little figurine of Joker is worth like $3 right there. And they want $3 for the set, but it's broken here. So that's gonna affect the value, so I can't get that. Over here, you got your amber fairy lamps. But again, there's a condition issue. So, cute little cherub frame. Lots of Christmas stuff. Then over here, got your Fenton milk glass fan. Worth about $2. Here, it looks like Pyrex, but it's not. It's glass bake. It's not worth near as much as Pyrex. See, it says glass bake on there. Ooh. So there's not a whole lot here. All right. Alright, we made it to Yesteryear Antiques. This building behind me. Sun's really bright, but we're heading in, and hopefully they're not charging $700 for a tool caddy. Fingers crossed. Got some newer Fenton in there. That's pretty nice. The basket. And and some Hummels. Hummels aren't worth nearly as much as they used to be. That Hummel in the back has a price tag of $20. Because most people know that Hummels aren't worth much these days. Alright, so this jewelry right here is 50% off. Costume jewelry can be worth money, so I'm gonna check it out. Right here, you got your Egyptian Revival Scarab bracelet. And down here is where I'm looking, because these old vintage retro looking flower things are worth money in lots. So if you pick up a bunch of these flower brooches, throw them all together, about like 13 to 15 of them, sell them on eBay, you can get about 100, 150 bucks for them. So these ones are a little too pricey still. Even at 15% off, they're about $7 a piece. So you're looking for people that don't know that costume jewelry is worth money, and then you can really get good prices on them. But I look for figural. By that I mean like this fish right here. Like little animals tend to do. Trifari is worth a lot of money. Sarah Coventry, not so much. Oh, look at this Egyptian Revival bracelet. I love this. Oh, they want $45 for it, so you know they know what they're doing. That's a gorgeous example. Right here, the little scarabs. Egyptian Revival. Alright, so Sue and I just discussed, and after my week from hell, I'm gonna buy this for myself. It's $45, half off. So I don't feel so guilty doing it, but it's really pretty, and I love Egyptian Revival. Now most likely it's not from the first. There was 2 Egyptian Revivals. There was one in 1920s, or around the time when King Tut's tomb was first discovered, and that's when all the Egyptian stuff started coming back. There's more Egyptian stuff over here. But then there was another one, and I think about the mid-century. I could be wrong. I'm not like reading off any notes or anything. But yeah, I think I'm gonna get this for myself because I love blue. I'm usually always wearing blue. It's so pretty. M&M's. Can you say hi? Hi. Hi. Did you find anything good, Sissy? Alright, I can't remember if I left this segment in my last video. I record a lot of stuff, and some of the stuff I leave out because I'm like, they don't really care about that. And this down here is an example of Goofus glass, and it's basically reverse painted glass. It's not worth much at all. And actually, the whole set here is worth $25. They're asking $25. And that's actually probably a bit much for it. It's really pretty. It's just not worth a lot of money. That's an example of Goofus glass. So I was just looking in a case and I found a watch fob that appears to be gold. So I asked if they'd let me in there, because there's no wear on it at all. It's this one right here. They want $38 for it, and it looks to me like it's gold. So we're gonna get in there and check it out. That was a false alarm. I was looking over the watch fob. It's not marked, and there is a little bit of wear on it, so I'm not thinking that it's gold. But I was so excited when I saw that. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gold, because I have found gold before, and it's always that feeling like, oh. I found a gold Victorian slider, 10 karat, for $1 in a Ziploc bag full of broken jewelry. And I think I sold it for like $450, so you can never be too sure, but yard sales are a lot different than antique shops. So, creepy dolls. Barbie expert has found the Barbie dolls. Well,
This is not a Midge doll. It's marked at, it's marked at $80.
$80?
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about this. Let's see.
Got a whole bunch of them under here, along with a chalk dog that's a little bit creepy.
No. This is somebody who thinks because it's an older Barbie doll.
It's worth a lot of money.
Yeah. Also, they think that because the dolls... Here, let me show you this.
Should I like blur this out? Is this like
No.
indecency?
No, we're let me stick her back in. We're just looking at, there's a marking right across here that says,
focus.
it says Mattel, 1967.
Mm-hmm.
That does not mean this is a 1967 doll. That means this particular style of doll was first patented by Mattel in 1967. That's all it means. So, and that's why people often get false ideas of how old dolls are.
Juliet thinks there's monsters in here, and I don't blame her. These dolls are a little bit creepy. Look at this guy. Alright, so that's your Barbie lesson for the day. I only have one question. Can we fit it in a box? I want $90 for it. And it's pretty
huge, isn't
cool.
it?
It's huge, it's massive. I don't think we can fit that in a box. But I can see that in some like New York apartment.
Oh, you hook that up with the right buyer. And,
Oh yeah.
well, put it to auction and you hook that up with the right two buyers.
It's really cute.
I think so, sweetie.
Yes, but this is an example of what I would call like Bristol glass. I don't even know if they're Bristol, but they have the Ponto mark at the bottom. And they're hand painted. Remember we talked about this with the blue lamps that had transfer wear? We talked about that. Man, I'm not gonna get over that. That could go in New York City right there. Alright, inspiration has struck and I found my first item. 65, 30% off. And I think I'm gonna take it home with me because I like it a lot. I also like that, but not that much. So I'm gonna go with this. Look at this. That's very nice. Oh, it's Asian. Looks Asian anyway. This is called Moriage because it has this relief in the painting. So yeah, Moriage vase, and awesome light fixture. All right, it's mine. I just noticed that lamp back there, not the Tiffany style, but the porcelain one. That style is called Capodimonte, and it comes from Italy. And one of the monarchs was allergic to flowers, so he had the artisans to start making flowers out of porcelain. That's how Capodimonte started. And Capodimonte is an actual company, but the style is kind of adapted the name Capodimonte. But it's really hard to find where it's not chipped. I want $95 for this lamp. And that depends on whether all the petals are there or if they're chipped. They appear to be all there, so I may have to consult Sue on this one. Sue usually talks me down from buying lamps that I can't really make money on. We see here it's 20% off, so that's like $19 off. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go to Sue on this one. Alright, so Sue talked me down from the lamps, so we're back down to nothing. I still can't believe I don't have anything. I'm getting a phone call right now. I'm busy. I spotted this bridge lamp. You know, we're kind of crazy about bridge lamps, but they want $86 for it. And that's a bit too much. So we continue our adventure, looking for something to resell. This is how I'm feeling right now. I just found a $695 tool caddy for 65 bucks. We could turn that around for 600. So you see this? We could buy this tool caddy and turn it around for $695. They only want 65 here.
I don't know what to say.
That's a heck of a profit. It even's got the tools in there. No, I'm just joking. That's about how much they're worth. Good thing I saw this because I really, really need a child cage. I think Julie ought to fit in there. What do you think, Sue?
Yep. Well, you know, she voluntarily goes in.
Yeah, I mean, everybody needs a child cage. And it's only $229. That'll keep her contained, right?
You know, she voluntarily goes in Hannah's crate.
It even has a swing.
Oh my God, Hannah's crate doesn't have that.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I'm in heaven right now at this exact moment. This is my heaven. Are you seeing this? Please tell me you're seeing this. Holy mother. Oh. You got Cameo right there. It's Fenton, but it's still Cameo. Gorgeous. Oh, look at this. Apergies. Oh. See, what they would do is they put like potpourri or like nuts or something down here, and they put their flowers in those little bud vases.
Sweetie, I'm going to push you.
Oh, Burmese glass right here. Carnival.
Okay.
Opalescent.
She's got glassware. You know what she's like.
Mommy's got glassware. Give her some space. Oh my lord. Look at all this Fenton. Ah! Oh my gosh. I know where I'm coming when I want glassware. I'm almost positive that this isn't like resale prices. I can buy this and resell it, but it's probably retail. Oh my gosh. $159 for this. $159, $415, $299. But this is what I look for at yard sales because this is what I know right here. This pretty much encompasses it. All the other stuff is just extra, but this is what I know. The moon and stars. That's what this pattern is right here. I've dug that out of dumps before, some of my earlier videos. Here. Oh my gosh, little critters. You know I love critters. All right. That's about all the glassware I'll expose you to for today. Oh, but I'm in heaven right now. Ooh. Alright, we just went through the entire store, up and down and all the way around, and we didn't really have anything to leave with until this last case. Right there. Those nude lighters right there. There's 3 of them, and they want $2.50 a piece, and I don't know if that's just because it's Pennsylvania, and they're like, ooh, they're nude. But those things sell for good money. Right here. 3 of them, and we're gonna buy them for $2.50 a piece. All right, we're at a new antique shop. As we were leaving, the lady says, "Oh, you missed it. There was a guy like 2 seconds before you that came up here with 2 gold earrings." I guess he checked it, and they were like $1 a piece, and they were gold. Like after she told me that they check them, I was like, ah, well, it's not even worth looking. And apparently, it was worth looking because literally 5 minutes before we checked out, this kid found these gold earrings. Really? And he didn't say anything to her, but she looks at all of them with her loop, and she knew that they were gold. I think 14 karat and 10 karat. So that's a lesson to always look, even when the people are like, well, we look and check all our jewelry. So we're heading into this Black Rose Antiques and Collectibles. We didn't do very good at the last place. So here's hoping we do well here. We walk in here, and I'm already getting really good vibes. See these? This lamp, 45. That atomic lamp right here. See how it looks like a rocket ship? They only want 35. I think it was 35. 35 for this one, 45 for this one. And over here, these tramp art boxes. Oh, let me see if I can get the angle right on that. I want $69 for this tramp art box. know. We'll see. I'll come back. Oh, look at this mid-century table. Ah. Okay, so I'm back here in this little corner of the antique shop, and we got our first buy. And as you can see, the stuff on the shelves is mostly just little junky things like shot glasses and broken stuff. Right here, sitting on this desk, was this. This is a sampler. And now the frame is new, so the frame might throw you off, but it's dated 1814. And the important thing to look for when looking at samplers is the date, the name, and the age, which is all right there. And you can see it was previously framed because of the discoloration. It's not a prime example of a sampler. They're usually a lot nicer. Well, I should say their child wasn't very good. But I want $24 for it, and it's from 1814. So we're gonna get it. So there's our first buy, $24 sampler from 1814. All right, when I'm looking to buy Pepsi stuff, I'm always looking for the double dot, because the double dot is the older stuff. And when I say double dot, I'm talking about this. If you look close enough, see the double dot right there? That signifies that it's older and usually worth more money. Now they're asking $40 for this, and that's about how much it runs. When I'm looking at Pepsi stuff, I don't even bother to look at it unless it has the double dot. All right, so we're back here at the schoolhouse. We had our fun day of antiquing, and this is what we ended up with. We got our sampler from 1814 and get at least 80 bucks off of that. Probably a lot more, but I'm not gonna be too optimistic. We also got our nudie lighters. When the guy was getting them out of the case, I was like, yeah, we're gonna buy all your nudie lighters. And he's like, our what? I'm like, your nude lighters? He didn't like my terminology there. And we got this mid-century modern planter. So, paid $3 for that. We could probably get about 10 to 15 bucks. So, that was kind of our quick sale item. So, all right. We're gonna get this stuff listed up on eBay and see how we do. Oh, we paid $2.50 each for the lighters, so we can at least get 10 bucks for them, even if they're not worth a whole lot of money. So, still profit. We didn't do too great today, but we saw some new antique shops, so it was fun.